Hi, all the signs of the zodiac. I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic, seer, and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for this mid-month psychic tarot update for April 2023. Please be sure to watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign to get a more clear and complete picture of what's to come for you in April and perhaps beyond, because timing will be different for all of you in these general readings. Remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign will resonate more for you than your sun sign. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, sometimes your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from there. So you might want to check that out. I want to say happy birthday to the Aries out there and the Taurus is born in April. I hope you have a fantastic and blessed solar return. All that being said, now on to your mid-month psychic tarot update for April 2023, and I'm starting with the sign of Aries. And the first card you have, Aries, is the Wheel of Fortune, and this came up for 3 signs, your fellow Leo and also Libra. So Aries, Leo, and Libra all got the Wheel of Fortune for this mid-month of April. And this card is the karmic wheels of fate turning in your favor. The planets in the heavens and the spirit guides around you conspiring to give you karmic good fortune. It could also indicate a karmic cycle ending and a new karmic cycle beginning for some of you. My guides are telling me you're going to have to do things in a different manner. You need to re-examine your priorities and how that fits into your life and what you expect to achieve and do, or maybe even what you expect to happen moving forward in your future. Some of you, my guides are saying you see the writing on the wall about something. This could be at your job if you feel like, there's going to be changes there. It could also be in the financial world. It could be to do with the banks or some other things happening in the world. It's like something that would be significant. And I feel like it does involve work or money, one way or the other, whether it's your job or your savings or something, or like I said, things going on out in the world. It's like you see the writing on the wall. And it may actually give you the opportunity to capitalize on something big. It could be like purchasing property or purchasing a vehicle. It could personal property or a home property or land. It could also be you see like, oh, this is the great opportunity for me to start a business or start an aspect, like if you already have a business, start a new division or aspect of your existing business. Because I do feel that some of you Aries are going to be doing a lot of figuring out how money is going to be rolling in for you, or how you can get money to roll in for you, because that is also being mentioned. So the second card you have, which that's funny because I didn't even notice what it was, it's the 3 of Pentacles, which is expanding your business, expanding your work, expanding your skills and craftsmanship, and focusing on attention to detail. And you may get a promotion, you may be expanding a business you own, things of that nature. It's like you're going to feel, for the next few months, Aries, like time is of the essence for you. You're going to feel like, I got to get on this train now. You're not going to feel like you want to dither around. You may also feel it's time to fix problems at your home, or your living environment. You may also feel like you need to fix problems with your finances, or fixing problems in any work or business situations. So fixing problems in either your home, work or business, or your money comes up here. Some of you are going to receive some kind of notification of an award. This is how my guide said it. Notification of award or found money. So you could end up getting a notice saying, hey, there was a bank account here that you had money you didn't even know it existed. Or, hey, you had stocks a stock you didn't know about, and now you're getting a letter from the company saying, hey, you know, maybe somebody put a stock in your name and you didn't know it. Or there was somebody put you in their will and you didn't know it. Or it could be coming from, you know, government. It could be coming from an insurance payout or something. But like found money, getting an award and found money comes to you. And those are the things that come to me when I'm focusing on found money. So got to let me know if it comes to you in some other interesting way. And some of you may be trying to upgrade your environment or upgrade your work or upgrade your business in some way, like making it look better, putting a new spin on it, having, you know, maybe you're going to do a new website, or maybe you are, you know, you want to upgrade your home, like put on, you know, new trim around your windows and doors, or paint and wallpaper, things of that nature, or upgrading it in other ways, new appliances, things like that. So I hope these messages made sense to you, and I hope they are of some help. So now on to the sign of Taurus. And the first card you have, Taurus, is the Four of Rods. And the Four of Rods, I'm going to tell you, was also a card that came up multiple times for other signs. So Taurus, Cancer, and Sagittarius all got the Four of Rods in this mid-month update. Now, Four of Rods can be attending a wedding, throwing a wedding. It could be success in springtime. You could be getting married. You could be attending some other kind of celebration. Some of you may find out that somebody in your life that split up is getting back together. That could even be you. If you had a love partner or marriage partner, a love relationship partner that you split up, you may find that you're getting back together with them in mid-April. If it's not you doing it, it's somebody else that is connected to you. Maybe one of your kids or your parents, a sibling, I don't know who. And I hear that there's going to be a lot of division about it in the family or people around this situation. A lot of division about it. Some people are going to be for it. Some people are going to be completely against it. The split up could have occurred in October of either 2023. It could have occurred in October of 2022. But this, if you or whomever this is getting back with somebody in the past, if they didn't break up in October, you or them could be getting back together now in mid-April or in October, because April and October are being mentioned here. Some of you are going to finalize some kind of deal in mid-April that's kind of like a breakthrough deal. Like you could be buying a home or making a deal in some other form. And whatever this is, it's going to have a lot of grounding capacity. A lot of grounding capacity. So Maybe you're buying a house big enough for all kinds of family members to live in, almost like a compound. It could be a ranch, it could be, I don't know, or just buying a new home and wherever it is, there's security, or if it's a business, whatever it is, this is going to be grounding and security building. So the card you have with it is the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is a water sign person. This is a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. So it could be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that's a water sign. But this could be somebody else. This maybe is the person that you're getting back together with, or it could be in relation to that, or it could be a completely different message. It is involving the Four of Rods. And this Knight of Cups, there are things that they forgot to say. If it's you, if it's about you, they want to talk to you about how they feel about you. Even if you've moved on to somebody else. Now, listen to what I'm saying here. You may have another significant other. This could be somebody from a long time ago. They could come back and say, I screwed up, I really missed you, I should have done this or that. Don't be surprised. So even if you're like, oh, I've already moved on, that was a long time ago, they may show back up. But if, as I said before, if it's not related to you directly as a significant other coming back to you, it could be related to you, like your parents, one of your kids, your siblings. Like if they had a breakup, this person could be coming back to them. For some of you Tauruses, this Knight of Cups owns a lot of property or properties and or land. They got held accountable for something, they were jealous, and there was fighting. Now, whether that was with the person they broke up with or if that was something else going on in their life, that's also mentioned about the Knight of Cups. They have a lot of regrets. You look at them like they should have done better. And they look at you like they want you back. So for many of you, this is somebody that was involved in your life in the past. But again, I'm going to repeat myself. If you're like, no, this doesn't apply. No. If that's what you're saying, no, Pam, no. It's you need to watch your rising sign and your moon sign. Also, as I said, it could be happening to somebody else in your life. So I hope those messages would have helped you, and I hope they made sense. I'm not making fun of you, Taurus. I'm just laughing that I'm being so dopey. Now on to the sign of Gemini. Hi, Gemini. You're starting off with probably a card that's representing you. Page of Swords. This is an air sign person. This is Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could be you, but pages can be children. They can also be adults that are immature or young at heart. Could be a messenger about truth, wisdom, and knowledge. You're starting to get ready to do things with flair. It could be in your business you own, or in your job, or in some kind of creative project. You're also going to figure out how to make yourself more clear and understood. So if you had been finding that communications were garbled or people were misunderstanding what you were saying or intending, you have now figured out, I know how to make myself more clear. Some of you Geminis are pondering the potential repercussions you could experience from saying something to somebody. There's somebody you want to say something to, and you're afraid of some kind of backlash or trouble, and you're pondering, what's this fallout going to be if I make this statement or say it? For some of you, you may want to say this to a boss. For others of you, it's a significant other. For some of you, it could be a parent or somebody of authority. And in some way, you may feel like, I need to get a grip on myself. You may feel like that, Gemini, like there's something going on for you that you feel like, wow, I've really slacked off here, or I'm falling down in a rabbit hole. It could be in, like, if you've tried to lose weight, or if you've gained a lot of weight and you want to lose weight. It could also be if you've gotten involved in looking into certain things that some people may say are conspiracy theories, and some people may say it's absolute 100% truth. It depends on who you're listening to and talking to. There could be some things that you went down some kind of weird rabbit hole and you're finding out this and that and the other. So it's going to vary. You got to listen to that again, because that was a little confusing for me to read, but I just repeat to you what my guides say. So if it doesn't make sense to you, you have to take it up with them. So the card you have with it, Gemini, is the Six of Rods, which is victory after a battle. Well, that's good, because I think, hasn't Gemini's cards been kind of wonky lately? I could be wrong. It's like something you intended to do comes through. And some of you, it's like your chestnuts get pulled out of the fire in the nick of time. So there could be something that you're like, whew, got through that real quick. Some of you are going to experience a boon to your finances. It's like you're using your quick mind and you have jumped ahead of the game, jumped ahead in the game and managed to turn things in your favor. So I feel like you have seen some things coming. Some of you Geminis, especially if you are involved in investing money in the stock market, in property, in bond market, in cryptocurrency, or whatever you invest in. There's something you saw was going to come. You sensed it, saw it, and you jumped ahead in the game and you skipped steps or changed something. And it's like I said, you chestnuts got pulled out of the fire. Whew, like I get hot, like it was hot, and you got out of it, you skipped it, you avoided it. It could have been some kind of trouble at work. It could have been in a love relationship. Maybe you saw something starting to go south and you were like, oh, I got to fix this before it goes south. I don't know, but that's how it's coming up here. Like you were able to, maybe you used your psychic ability and intuition and you paid attention to it. For some of you, it may have been fact-based. It could have been something that you saw legitimately, like saw numbers and things that were not jiving to you. And you're like, uh-oh. And you were able to avoid problems. That's the best way I can explain it. Not to be vague there, but remember, Gemini, there's a lot of people watching these readings. So you have to figure out, where did that happen? And if you didn't see it yet, remember, these are general readings. Timing is going to be different for all of you. You may see it happen in this mid-month of April. It could have already happened to you back in March or February, or it could be in a couple months. But I'm hoping it's coming out for you right now. And also watch your rising sign and your moon sign if this is like, you feel like this doesn't make sense. So I hope these messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Cancer. And the first card you have, Cancer, is the Emperor. And this is a strong male figure that's crossed over to the other side, watching you, guiding you, protecting you, giving you ideas and inspirations that could feel like they're yours, but they could actually belong to the Emperor. This could also be a strong male figure in the living: father, grandfather, great-grandfather, uncle, brother, husband, ex-husband, stepfather, friend. But it could also be you. And there's often strong Aries energy associated with the Emperor. Doesn't mean they're an Aries sun, could be Aries rising or Aries moon, or just the energy of Aries is around them. The Emperor has gone through a lot of stuff that's brought about change for them, or it's happening now. Or you could be the Emperor and this could be happening to you. And they're deciding a lot of things that their decisions are going to be very impactful to situations that you're going to be involved in or dealing with, or that they're going to be involved in and dealing with. You may look at the Emperor like you need to bridge the gap for them, like you need to make something easier for them. This could be, maybe if this is a parent to you, maybe they're having health problems and they need surgery, or they need more bed rest, or they need somebody to look after them, or it could be a boss. Maybe something's going on that they're under a lot of pressure and you feel bad for them and you're like, I want to take the pressure off them and make things easier for them. They're quite astute and knowledgeable, but they could be going through a spell where for some reason or another, they're doing things disjointedly. They could also be a little confusing to you. They could be talking to you and saying one thing, but then they turn around and they do another. They may be strongly trying to hold their ground in some way. That could be health, or it could be in other ways. And I also hear, or they're trying to hold their ground and their social standing. So the card that came up with it is you have Four of Rods, which has come up also for Taurus and Sagittarius. You're getting it here too, Cancer. So the Four of Rods is getting married, throwing a wedding, attending a wedding. It could be attending some other kind of celebration. It could indicate success in springtime. You know, I do feel that some of you are going to want to spread joy or happiness, and you may end up throwing some kind of party or celebration for somebody in your family. Could be the Emperor. It could also be for you just want to have a good time and have fun and make people happy. Could be a particular person you want to do that for, but it could be you just want to feel happy and have people come party with you. And if you are a Cancer that's throwing a party, it is going to be a great event and a lot of people will show up. And this celebration may literally be in the month of April, or it could be in May, but I'm telling you, my guides are saying to me, I'm gathering, you know, like you're gathering all the supplies and things now, like you're getting ready for it. Some of you are going to be ending a job or a career and going on to greener pastures. You may not be retiring forever, meaning you may stop a career, but you're going to keep working and you're going to work in a whole different field and do something completely different. And for some of you, this was the last on the third on the list there, some of you are going to get engaged. Or you could be getting married in April, but I do hear proposal engagement coming. You could be the the one doing the proposing, or you could be the one that is getting proposed to, for some of you. So I hope those messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Leo. Hi, Leo. The first card you have is Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is victory. It could be victory because truth is revealed. It could also be love. Sometimes Ace of Swords can come up, believe it or not, for new love coming in. It could also be symbolic of truth, wisdom, and knowledge. I feel that some Leos are coming to know many things that they didn't know before. Some things getting revealed to you or have recently been revealed to you. It's like you've got the answers you needed. There was some kind of quest you were on, or something you were trying to sort out or find out or figure out, and God in the universe heard you and brought you this knowledge and these answers. And some of you are going to be getting involved in some kind of new programs. Now, this could be programs that you are going to sell or teach. It could be if you could be the teacher, but you could be the student or the one participating in the programs. And in some ways, I feel like whatever these are, it's like educating you properly about something important to you or something you need to know. And a lot of information that did come to you or will be coming to you even further you're going to see it in writing. It's not necessary. Some of it you could hear or see, but really feels to me like not, well, yeah, if you're seeing it in writing, you're seeing it. But I mean that in a different way. Like, I feel like it's on a computer screen, or it's written down on paper or in a book. It's not, I don't feel like it's, or you could have heard it with your ears. If you own your own business, or you work for another company or business and you have accounts, I get a brand new account comes in and it's going to be very lucrative for you. You're preparing yourself. You're going to be entering some kind of phase of, I guess I'm going to call it good fortune. And as I'm going to pick up this card, I have to laugh because I didn't even notice it. Yes, and you have the Wheel of Fortune. The other signs that got it was Aries and Libra. So you have the Wheel of Fortune, the karmic wheels of fate turning in your favor, the planets in the heavens and the spirit guides around you, conspiring to bring you karmic good fortune. This could also mean the ups and downs of karma. This could mean you have good luck. A karmic cycle could be ending and a new karmic cycle could be beginning. I feel like your cards are literal. Sometimes I pick up the cards and what my guides say kind of go along with what the card can mean to me, but sometimes not. In your case, so far, I feel like this is what your Ace of Swords is even saying. You're entering good fortune. But you are going to have to be practical now, and there's going to be a lot of, dotting your I's and crossing your T's and being practical and getting, things in order and things you need to do. If you're planting a garden, you got to get going on it. If you need to move, you're going to do that. If you need to reorganize your files or your home or living space, you've got to do that. Like, dealing with practicalities comes up here. And I feel like some of you are really going to be almost like busting a gut to get it done. Like, you're going to be like pedal to the metal all the way. You're full steam ahead. And I don't want to say you're not going to enjoy this time, because I feel like you will. because it is good. It's fortunate for you. You're coming into a fortunate cycle or phase, but you're going to be dealing with practicality, and some of this is going to be dealing with and handling mundane details of stuff. And I wouldn't be surprised at all, my guides are saying, elevated towards success. I wouldn't be surprised at all if Leos get promoted or get a new job that pays them more money, or, like I said, it came up first, like getting an account that proves to be very lucrative for you. And that could be if you work for another business or company, or if you own your own business. And for some of you, now this is only going to apply to some of you Leos, there is going to be a lot of paperwork that you're going to have to deal with. Now, maybe it'll be on the computer, I don't know, but I am seeing and hearing a mountain of paperwork that you have to deal with. That may be some of the practicalities that you have to, like, you know, buckle down and do and get out of the way. But I get you like full steam ahead. So you're entering a lucky phase, Leo. I feel like this could last 6 to 8 months, maybe even up to a year. That's my feeling on it. It could last longer. I hope it does. I hope it does, Leo. I hope it lasts longer than 6 to 8 months. But 6 to 8 months is what comes to me the strongest. So ride that wave. Ride that wave, Leo. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Virgo. To get more psychic messages and predictions from my spirit guides, please check the description box below this video for the links for my most recent videos for Vimeo. I look into very specific topics using a variety of divination tools to bring you more accurate predictions for your astrological signs. These links and descriptions are also available on the videos page of my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Thank you. And the first card you have, Virgo, is the Three of Cups. And this is 3 sisters, 3 females, 3 friends. Could be help from friends. Could be parties, celebrations. Could be a celebratory conclusion to something. This card could also symbolize help from friends. I think I already said that. I feel like you're going to be, some of you are going to be feeling your wild oats and you're going to be partying it up. Some of you, this could also be spending time with family members. You may travel. I hear broadening and expanding your world and going on some kind of travel. So if there's 3 females in your life, you could be one of the 3, or you could be the addition to these 3, like traveling with family. I see gathering, like spending time with family outside in nature. Some of you traveling. You're making plans for the future. You may even be making plans to build some kind of environment, like a vacation home, a gazebo, I don't know, building something. That's how my guides explained it, building something like some kind of environment. It could even be building an addition to your home, or a pool house, or a vacation home, like I said, or building a pool, or some kind of landscaping structure. So you would have like your own little nirvana out in your backyard. And it's like you want to situate yourself with family. It's like this is where you're going to be getting your comfort. This is where you're going to feel like you feel comfortable, you feel solid. If you have any kids, especially daughters, you could be wanting to fix up their room, their bedrooms. You may want to redecorate it for them. if there had been any source of money flow problems, I feel like that sort of gets sorted out and starts to flow better for you. So the card you have with this is the Queen of Cups, and that's a water sign person, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. That could be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign. That's a water sign. Could be one of these three people in the Three of Cups card. This is somebody that you could be really involving strongly in your life. I feel that they're very creative and inventive. They may be very inspiring to you. They may make you see things in a whole new and different way. This could also be your rising sign or moon sign if this is an aspect of yourself, but it could be somebody else. I feel like this is somebody that wants you to come with them and see the sights or see the world or go somewhere and travel. And if you're like, well, that makes sense to me for somebody in my life, but they're not a water sign. Well, that might be their rising sign or moon sign, maybe not their sun sign. And they could be delegating a lot of things that need to be sorted out, or you could be delegating a lot of things to them that need to be sorted out. And they may be saying to you, we have to create something bigger and better and get out of all this, whatever the this is. Like, maybe this is somebody you're connected with that feels like the two of you should start your own business or company. It could be somebody you work with. It could be a coworker and a friend, or a friend to you, or somebody in your family, somebody you're related to or very close to. And they may be saying to you, we need to get out of all this. We need something better. We need to create something better. So I feel that this Queen of Cups person is very inspiring to you. I feel they're nurturing to you. I feel that they care about you. They're looking after you and your best interests. They may want to help you. And in some ways, I feel that they want to partner up with you in some manner. Maybe they want to be in a love relationship with you, but I don't feel that is the strongest thing here. This feels to me like somebody that's a friend or a relative or, or somebody extremely close to you that wants to create something new with you in a teamwork kind of way, and or they want to travel with you and spend time with you and enjoy life more. So I hope those messages made sense to you. Now on to the sign of Libra. Hi Libra, the first card you have is the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune was also, who else had the Wheel of Fortune? Aries, Leo, and Libra. You all had the Wheel of Fortune, this mid-month update. So this is the karmic wheels of fate turning in your favor. The planets in the heavens and the spirit guides around you conspiring to give you karmic good fortune. It could also mean the ups and downs of karma. Could be a karmic cycle ending and a new karmic cycle beginning. This could also be that, you're going to be lucky, good fortune. Some of you are going to make some kind of new acquaintance that becomes a new friend. And you could really hit it off because I do get you like really confiding in each other and telling each other secrets. And the reason you are an acquaintance with them and you become friends, I feel like logistically you end up in the same place. So it's like you start working with them at a company you work for or a business you own, or to something you go to, like a dance class or a language class or an art class or to the gym or some other thing that logistically you just meet up and like run into each other and become acquaintances, and then you become friends, and then you start to confide in each other. And this is what comes up here with the Wheel of Fortune. You could have somebody that used to really get on your nerves, or maybe that you didn't like them, turns around and does something really nice for you in this mid-month of April. Could have already happened last month, though. Could be happening next month, because remember, timing is different for all of you in these general readings. They could even offer to help you do something you have to do. They may even offer to buy something off of you or from you if you're looking for money, and or, you know, that in some way they may buy something from you that helps you out. But this, I feel like it was somebody that either got on your nerves or you didn't like them, and then they turn around and this is what they do. So it may be kind of surprising. Now, the card you have with it is the Queen of Swords, and this could be you, because the Queen of Swords is an air sign person, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. So it could be you, but it could be another air sign person you're dealing with. You know, you're very astute and knowledgeable about certain things, and I do feel you may start to write a book or a blog or a journal, but I definitely see you putting things down on paper, whether you're typing it on a keyboard or whether you're writing it by hand. It's like something written. And you're going to be highly motivated to make some definitive choices and moves to make big things happen for you now. It's almost like there's something that is an impetus of inspiration for you, where you're like, I'm on fire now. I'm driven to make this happen. You're showing people what you're made of. You're also going to tend to speak up more for yourself. If you were a Libra that didn't tend to speak up for yourself, well, that's turning a corner. Or maybe you have bouts of it where you do that and then other times you don't. You are definitely going to be making your presence known, wanting people to recognize your talents and your skills and your knowledge. You're going to be speaking up for yourself. Some of you, as I said already, may be putting your knowledge and or experiences down on paper and in writing, and you may do something with it. Maybe you're going to make a play, or maybe you're going to write a script for something you're going to do on a video, or you could be doing it on a blog. Some of you, Libras, are going to hold someone accountable for the trouble they caused you. Whether you do it through law, like legalities, through court systems and lawyers, or whether it's not that type of situation, but you confront them and you're like, you know, this and this and this happened, and I'm holding you accountable because it was your fault this stuff went down. So it's almost like in some ways you could feel like you want to be a rabble rouser. You want to protest. You want to stand up against injustices and things of that nature. Now, that could be common for your sign. I don't know, but you are the scales of justice there. You know, Libra is the scales. I don't know, but think it over. And to get more clarity in this mid-month update, if you know your rising sign and moon sign, but especially your rising sign, I recommend you also watch that, because it may give you more insight into what's coming up here. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Scorpio. Hi, Scorpio. First card you have is the King of Rods. This is a fire sign person, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This could be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that is a fire sign. It could be you if you're born on the cusp of Scorpio and Sagittarius. The King of Rods could be somewhat of an adjuster. They may want to fix things for you. This could be a handyman, it could be an accountant, a lawyer, an adjuster of tax adjuster. I don't know what they are, but they may want to adjust things for you. I feel like you look at them like they got a lot on the ball. And they tend to, you look at them like they take charge, they are good at taking matters into their own hands. So you see them as competent, problem solvers, knowledgeable. They look to me like they're looking at you like, let me figure it out for you. If you had any tax issues, could be an accountant, a bookkeeper, a forensic attorney. It doesn't have to be to do with taxes, but it could be something else. It could be something financially, stock related, property related. I don't know, but I feel like they want to fix something for you. They want to look over something for you. If this is a friend to you, they get your creative juices flowing in your mind. Like they're good inspiration for you. In their past, they may have had a fondness for trouble and maybe daredevil activity. That could be now still, but for some of you, this was the King of Rods' past behaviors. They're kind of brave. They may be a little foolhardy. They may have courage and bravery, but they may have been foolhardy about the things they decided to do, like jumping off of a side of a cliff into water that's really far drop, you know, or skiing down like straight down some nutty mountain. Like that's the kind of energy I see with this King of Rods. But that may have been the past, but they want to fix something for you or help you in some way. And look over something for you, analyze something. And I feel like for some of you, it is to do with your money or finances or taxes or investments. The card you have with it is the Hierophant or Hierophant, however you like to pronounce it. And that is God giving you a blessing or a warning. It could also be a high priest or a high pope giving you a blessing or a warning. It could also indicate higher education and higher learning. You could be the teacher or you could be the student. This could also be something about religion and spirituality coming up here with the Hierophant. Some of you may envelop yourself in some kind of esoteric studies or subjects or movies. It could also be religious subjects or movies or, you know, but like immersing yourself in it. Some of you may feel like you want to get yourself embedded into some kind of community. It could be at a church. It could be at some other mystical or mysterious, energetically thing, like club, group. Could have to do with astrology, psychic development, but it could be spiritual or it could be religious. Like I see you wanting to get yourself embedded into something. So you're immersing yourself in it in some way, whether you're joining clubs and groups, but many of you, it's reading. You're reading it or watching videos about it or a combination of these things. You may find practical answers to daydreams or nightmares that have haunted you, or understanding of synchronicities and things that keep popping up for you over and over and over again. This may be why you're immersing yourself in it. You could be immersing yourself in numerology if numbers keep popping up for you, or animal totems, the study of animal totems, if animal totem and animal related things keep popping up for you, or if it's just other things that you feel incredibly drawn to. I see it as a cloak of protection around you. This may sound weird, but this is what I'm seeing. If it's religion, if it is religion, whatever religion it is, doesn't matter. You may feel like you immersing yourself in going to whatever church or meeting place and reading their doctrines of what they believe in and immersing yourself in that kind of community. You may feel like it gives you some kind of safety, security, comfort, edge, or all of the above. So I know that was a little odd messages there, but welcome to Psychic Messages, Scorpio. Welcome to the Psychic Messages. So watch your rising sign and your moon sign for more details. May sort some of that out. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Sagittarius. Hi, Sagittarius. Well, the first card you have is the Page of Cups. And this is a water sign person, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that's a water sign. Could also be you if you're born on the cusp of Scorpio and Sagittarius. I feel in some ways, for some of you, it is you, where you're really learning a lot about yourself now. You're having a better understanding of who you are, what you desire, and where you want to go in life. If it's not about you, you could be feeling that way about somebody that's a water sign that's connected to you. It's like I see you making some kind of concerted effort and focus to work on something or build something in your life. You could talk to somebody and be presenting them with some kind of proposition. It could be about love, sex, romance, but it could also be about, I want to proposition you, if I make this deal with you, if you let me use your store after hours and I have a sub business that during the day it's your business, but when you close, the business opens up and then becomes mine and you're doing a different thing there. Like you could be subcontracting somebody's space. Think it over. I know that sounds weird. I actually did that long ago. I don't want to tell you how old I am. It's scary. But going back to the 80s, I did that. And I'm getting like the same kind of situation for you. But it could be some kind of other proposition that you're coming up with that it's like, you want to bargain with somebody. You want to make some kind of arrangement or deal with them. You may also be trying to learn a way of changing patterns of your behavior, which could be helping you develop like coping mechanisms and skills, or if you feel like you're too negative or you're too worried about things, like you may be going through some kind of through watching videos or listening to different podcasts or reading certain material that could help you. Like you may feel like, I want to get out of this rut or this mindset and I want to change my energy and the way I think and what I attract to me. I feel like, so weirdly enough, I feel for most of you, this Page of Cups is you. So you may say, well, that's nuts, but there you go. So the next card you have is the Four of Rods, and the other signs that got this was Taurus and Cancer also got the Four of Rods, and you're getting it here too. And that is, you could be getting married, you could be attending a wedding, you could be attending some other kind of celebration, you could be throwing the wedding for somebody else. It could also be some kind of gathering or celebration, some kind of celebration of some sort, or success coming to you in springtime. you're feeling blessed in some way. And Sagittarius want to expand and take something further to another level or dimension. Because you may feel, Sagittarius, like it's time for you to upgrade or move up in the world. It could, maybe you want to move to a different kind of neighborhood, or you want to move up to a higher position. Your compassion is going to be at an all-time high, as will your understanding. Compassion and understanding for you are going to be really high levels in mid-April. It's kind of like you're going through some kind of process. And like, you know, the butterfly in the chrysalis, and then you're going to emerge. So that's what I feel is happening for you. Some of you may be making some kind of decisions with family members about wanting to move to higher ground or to different ground. Some of you may find that you feel very drawn to somebody special, and you may end up marrying this person or being in a relationship like a marriage, and they may be Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. They could be the Page of Cups. So for those of you hoping to meet somebody, you may meet somebody that has strong water placements in their chart, and you feel very drawn and compelled about them, and you want to make some kind of union or life together with them. That comes up here. I know love doesn't come up as much as people would like, but it's a possibility here for you, Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising sign people. So I hope these messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Capricorn. Hi, Capricorn. The first card you have is the Empress, and this is a maternal figure that's crossed over to the other side, watching you, guiding you, protecting you. It could be a strong maternal figure in the living, mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, someone like a mother figure to you. Could be you. The Empress also can be symbolic of the birth of a child or the birth of a business, project, plan, or an idea. You're going to feel like, I've got to take matters into my own hands. You may even feel like you have to move on from something. That could be a job, that could be a love relationship. But even if it's not moving on from something, you may feel, Capricorn, like you are ready to take matters in your own hands. And I feel like you're doing it. It's happening. And you'd be very awesome at marketing and promotions, especially right now. And I see you plastering your face or yourself or your image or your business or whatever you're doing all over the internet. So you could be marketing yourself or marketing your business. Or if you do marketing for other people, you could be doing that, or marketing your products. Sorry, can I spit it out? Your products or services, something. You're like, it's all over the place. You're putting yourself out there, your image, you may be doing networking. Maybe you're going to webinars, seminars, events, and you're handing out business cards and things of that nature. Wherever you could be promoting what you're doing. That could even be, if you wanted to get a job, you could be sending out resumes all over the place. Well, I know that's all done online. I'm old school, so I used to put them in the mail. But, you know, online resumes. You know, be careful, because there's something brewing where somebody wants to steal your thunder or take credit for something you did, and you have got to not allow that to happen. And I feel you won't allow it to happen, but here's your heads up. Here's your heads up. Although, you know, these are general readings, Capricorn, so it could have already happened to you a month or two ago, could be happening a month or two later, but for many of you, it could be happening in mid-April. So don't let anybody take credit for your work. Don't let anybody steal your thunder. And, you know, you have a lot of harmony when you spread the joy around. So make sure, like, maybe you're going to be like, what kind of reading is this? Is she on something? No, I'm not. I'm literally not. I don't know. It's like spring here, really warm. It's going up to 80 something. Maybe that's got me. Jupiter is in my rising sign. That could be doing it. I don't know. But I see in my head you baking muffins and you giving them out to people, or cupcakes or something, like spreading the love around, and, you know, good faith, goodwill. So marketing and promotions would like elevate you in people's minds. Think about it. It doesn't have to literally be a baked good. It could be something else that you have at your disposal. Maybe you can give everybody perfume and cologne, or body wash, or, you know, flowers. I don't know what it is, but spread the love around. It's a good time for you to do that. So the card you have with it is the Chariot, and this is being pulled in two different directions and having to make a decision or choice between two different paths or two different things. The Chariot could also mean change. It can mean long distance travel, and it could also indicate success. In some way, Capricorn, you're willing to take a new path or a new course of action. So either this could be your own doing, in your own mind, in your own thing, and you're like, I'm willing to go off on this new journey or new path. But it could be being posed to you by your significant other or a boss or something else, where they're like, you know, let's go in this direction. You're going to be willing to go in that new direction, whether it's to a new division in your company, to a new team, to a new unit, to a new office, or if they're like, oh, we want to relocate you somewhere else, or if your significant other wants to do that. I feel like it's optimum time. High time for you to do it. I see you willing to do it. You may even be working out logistics with your boss or a company you deal with about taking on two different things. So like maybe you're like, well, I'm willing to do this, but I also want to do that. So it could be your job getting divided and you doing two different aspects when before you only did one path. Or, you know, maybe you have to go into work. So maybe you were always going into work and now some of the time you're going to work from home. And so you're doing two different things and you're going to be willing to do that. Like whatever this is, you may be willing to work out through two paths. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Aquarius. Hi Aquarius, the first card you have is the Queen of Swords. And this is likely you. This is an air sign person. Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. The other sign that got this was Libra for the mid-month, and they're an air sign too, so you and your fellow air sign both got Queen of Swords in their reading. It's like you're taking new things on. You may want to become more astute, more knowledgeable, more well-traveled. And there's things you see that are mistakes, flaws in things that you want to correct. For some of you, it could be in your home. maybe you're like, oh, I need new siding, or oh, I need new windows, or oh, I need, you know, rooms to be painted, or oh, there's a hole in, you know, my foundation, or, you know, whatever it is. You are seeing the flaws in things, and you're going to want to and start taking steps to fix them. But you're going to be very judicious and careful about what you do, because you know if you do things too drastically or too loudly or too suddenly or too something, that you could make enemies, or you could cause too much disruption, and this could make unhappiness for other people in your life or in your neighborhood or whatever. And you may feel like you want to become a more well-rounded individual, where you start to expand your interests and your mind to learn or involve yourself in that go outside of your normal parameters of what you focus on and do. And you may also be very connected to making things grow, not only fertilely in your mind. You may be working on making things fertile and growing in your literal home, like could be indoor plants, could be outdoor plants. You may be, you know, it could have to do with literally with gardening and planting vegetable gardens or whatever you are into. So the card that you had that came up with at Aquarius is the 10 of Rods. And this is moving on to new and better horizons with 10 rods of burden on your shoulder. And those 10 rods of burden are knowledge and experience you've gained that are actually going to help you as you move on to new and better horizons. You could also feel a little overburdened at this time in mid-April. You're figuring a lot of things out in mid-April and maybe even in May of what works for you and what doesn't. You're really going to be focusing on it, whether it has to do with your work, your business, your health, food you eat, or exercises you do, or whatever it is. You're really figuring out, well, this works for me and this doesn't. And you may feel like if you want to have time to enjoy certain things that you want to enjoy, that you've got a lot of stuff you got to take care of right now. And this could be like maybe you want to have a pool put in, or you're going to put it in, or, you know, things you need to do around. Maybe you need to build a wall or put up a fence, or things you need to do. And you're like, I got to take care of this stuff now so that I can enjoy myself and with others later. So this could be a very busy time for you of, you know, getting stuff done, getting things taken care of, whether you do it yourself or you have to hire the people that can come and do it for you. If you see any suspicious behavior in your neighborhood or in your community, I feel like you're going to be acknowledging it and recognizing it, and you are going to be very diligent about locking things up. You may, if you weren't before, if you didn't lock your car before, you're going to be doing that. If you didn't lock your house before, you're going to be doing it. It could even be locking other things up in your property, garages, sheds, things like that, because you may see some suspicious behavior or hear about something going on in your area, and you may be like, I gotta make sure I keep my things safe. And I do also feel that some of you Aquarians that feel like you've done something too long, could be a job you did, a career, a job, some kind of work or something, could be even in your home or environment. Like maybe you took care of your yard yourself and you're like, okay, I did that too long and I'm not going to do that anymore. So you're going to have to pay somebody else to do it. But you may feel like there's something you did too long and that you aren't going to do it anymore. You either discontinue doing it or you hire somebody else to do it for you. So I hope those messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Pisces. Hi, Pisces. Don't feel bad you're last. We love you, Pisces. Don't feel bad. Best for last, right, Pisces? So the first card you have is Seven of Rods. And the Seven of Rods is, this is closing the door or holding back negative energy and negative communications coming at you. This is also taking the moral high ground in a situation. Some of you may feel like you've been involved in some kind of group or class or job that it's something has gotten too much for you about it, and you want to take yourself out of it. It could even be a living situation, like if you have roommates or something else about your living situation. You may feel like it doesn't sit well with you anymore. And you want to get yourself away from it and out of it. And in some ways, you could be going through a spell of avoidance where there's been some things that have made you upset, disruptive, or unhappy, and you may feel like, I don't want to look at that anymore. It could be things going on out in the world. It could be things you see on video, things you see on the news. It could be in groups of people that you hang out with or family. Wherever this upsetment or things that you don't want, it could even be to do with things in your past, that you feel like, I don't want to look at that anymore. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to focus on it. That could be a theme for you right now, where you're like, I want to avoid that. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to hear what's going on, because you may feel helpless, like you can't change it. So why do I want to listen to it and look at it? Because it's just making me upset or worries me or brings me down. So I do feel that some of you Pisces literally are shutting the door on things that feel negative to you. So you're another one of the signs. I forget which one I said, one of the other ones. It was the one who had Ace of Swords, Leo. So you and Leo, at least for your first card out of the two, I do feel like it's kind of literally going on with the card in some ways, where that doesn't always happen for me. It's like you have other things you want to focus on, and other things you want to do, and other things you want to achieve. So you're going to put your money, your efforts, your time, and your energy on focusing on those things. Things that you can do, things you can create, things that boost your ego, things that make you feel happier and that you can control. You don't want to focus on the things that bring you down, make you negative, feel negative and depressed, and that you can't control. So the card you have with this is the Five of Cups, and this is sadness, loss, and regret. But not all hope is lost, because there is still two cups that are upright behind the person. So that means not all hope is lost. Sometimes this card comes up when somebody is drinking too much with alcohol, either you or somebody you're connected to. Sometimes, not always, but it can. I do feel that there is either something you said or something you gave up that you wished you didn't say it, or you wished you didn't give up. And you may feel like you wished you didn't get so involved in something. And that could have been emotionally. So it could have been a relationship, or it could have been some kind of work, but I feel like it's more dealing with your emotions, that you got too involved in something that you wished you hadn't. And you may feel like it hurt you too much, and you may have felt like they may have hurt your feelings. And you may feel a little despondent, like, well, I had pinned all my hopes and wishes on that, and now you may feel a little lost, like, well, what now? Where do I go from here? I feel like you're going to resituate yourself, and you will be feeling better and having better times and more uplifting energy for you in May and June than you may feel right now. And whatever this relationship or situation was, you really are, it's like you're filing it away and you're going, well, I learned a lot from that, and I'm not going to forget it because I don't want to repeat that again. Many of you, I feel like it was like either a love relationship or a friendship that it could have been a job, but it feels like a love relationship or a friendship that you poured a lot of energy and effort into, and then it didn't work out in some way. They could have hurt you or disappointed you, or you said something that you said or did something in regard to it that you learned a lot from it, and you're not going to forget it. And it was like a life learning lesson. And that may be, now that I look at this card, going back to this one, that may be what you don't want to look at and focus on anymore, because it brings you down and it makes you feel negative. Because your two cards, I'm going to say, again, like Leo, really made a lot of sense, like exactly I feel like really goes along with the cards, where sometimes I read the card and my guides are telling me things and I'm like, really? It came up with that card? But yours seem to go along really strongly with with the card meanings. But you got better times ahead. If you feel down or have been feeling down or depressed, I feel like the energy is more vibrant and uplifting for you in May and June. So I hope those messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way, you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you would like to get any of the special videos I record for my Vimeo on-demand videos, the most recent links are posted down below in the description box in the Show More section, or you can get these links to those videos on my website at the luckymermaid.com videos page. You just scroll down that page, There's tons of videos there. My life is videos, psychic readings and videos, psychic readings and videos, and Maxi. That's what my life is. So if you want to see what I've looked at and get the latest of psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides, please check them out. Now, the most recently recorded videos are my psychic crystal readings for the month of April for 2023. It's sort of a continuation of the readings I do on YouTube at the beginning of the month, but I look into every area of life I can think of looking into in those crystal readings. So there's a lot of info in there. I hope you'll check them out. My eclipse effects for the new moon solar eclipse in Aries, April 20th, 2023, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings are available. They were rather interesting. So if you want to see how this new moon solar eclipse in Aries that's coming up is going to affect you for the next 6 months and sometimes even up to a year, I hope you'll check them out. Also, my career and finance psychic tarot and crystal readings for 2023 going into 2024. Those videos are available, and they go from April of 2023 until the beginning of October of 2024. Also, my What's Lucky and New for You in 2023. I think they were psychic tarot and I don't know if I think they were psychic tarot and crystal readings. I don't know. I mixed all the different things in them. So you need to check out your What's Lucky and New for You in 2023. I did actually feel like most of the signs, it did really seem lucky. Now, sometimes what doesn't seem lucky initially, when it happens, turns out to be lucky later. Remember that when you listen to those readings. Also, don't forget my big love readings for 2023 for singles and couples. The first half of the reading is for single people of your sign. The second half of the reading are for the coupled people of your sign. There's other videos that I'm not going to name them all. Those are the most recent ones. Those links are posted down below and on my website at my videos page at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. So I hope you have an absolutely awesome rest of April, all the signs of the zodiac out there, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.